lack of resources causes you to be a people pleaser, whether you want to be one or not. A lot of times we talk about people pleasing in a way that is kind of divorced from its origination, but people pleasing is I guess you could call it a trauma response, but really it's what someone does in order to get what they need in order to survive, whether that be emotionally, whether that be financially, whether that be physically, all of those things. So if you're deprived of those things and you're in relationships where you're required, and I'm talking about familial relationships, parental relationships, all of those types of things, where you're required to essentially please them above your own needs, then of course you are going to associate being a people pleaser with getting resources. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that a little bit, because sometimes we can often talk about being a people pleaser in a self-deprecating way, and I understand it doesn't feel good. It feels like violating your own boundaries. It feels like you are betraying yourself, but I think it could be really helpful to understand where those behaviors come from, and they're actually coming from a place of survival. So, how do we get out of the state of people pleasing? Well, we have to get more resources. We have to get relationships where we're allowed, and not only allowed to be ourselves, but not where we're just tolerated, but where we actually are celebrated and loved just for being who we are. No matter what we bring to the table, physically, financially, whatever, we are being loved and we are being accepted just as we are. We have to be making money in a way in which we don't have to accept disrespect, and we don't have to accept less than kind treatment in order to make money. So many times, because jobs can be they can be really traumatizing if we're being honest. But it's the type of use that is very normalized and accepted in today's society because it's so ubiquitous, it's so widespread. It's something that most people have to engage in. But I want to say that it's okay if you feel like unhappy working in your job, or if you feel unhappy with the way that you're being treated, even if it's happening over and over in every job that you've gone to. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that this culture is so normalized that you can treat people and talk to people any type of way as long as you're providing them some sort of monetary resource. What's the problem with people pleasing? Well, people pleasing means that you develop a personality that is in direct contradiction to your real personality. It's not even just your personality, but it's like everything that you ever possibly were supposed to be is suppressed by your people pleasing behaviors. And you can kind of feel it in your gut when you're going to start people pleasing. You might feel like a fear rising up where you're like, oh, I have to suppress this behavior because this behavior is not in alignment with what I know, or I think I know this other person is going to accept. Make sure you like, comment, and share for part 2.